Welcome to Dyndrilliac's Lair. I decided to go live one more time tonight. Little late night stream. Gonna play some Cyberpunk 2077, and I thought I'd show off two things about the early game. So you'll notice that even though I'm level 42 out of maximum 50 with the maximum 50 street cred, I haven't even unlocked Johnny yet. I'm currently doing the quest, the pickup. So these are all the quests I've completed. So the Nomad is the intro, the very, very, very intro, and then the rescue is where you really sort of take control, and then a couple of these are side quests. Here's the one just to pay back Victor. So just very, very few quests here are done. So I'm very, very early in the game, but I'm already up to level 42. I've already got 50 street cred. I've already got. Let me switch over here. I'm playing a female V in this instance. I've already got legendary heal on kill, mechatronic core, adrenaline booster, feedback circuit, subdermal armor. I've got the epic optical camo. Can't get the legendary until after the heist. I've got the legendary ballistic coprocessor, the legendary micros. Got legendary Dynalar Sandevistan. This is your quick time, your bullet time mechanic type thing. So I've got a lot of really high-end cyberware. The epic Kuroshi, the epic bioconductor for reducing your cooldowns. So I've got a lot of high-end stuff. All legendary weapons, except for these that are the DLC content, which I need a certain number of upgrades to get to the next grade. So we'll start with my favorite leveling, my favorite farming run in this game. So I'm going to go to the Pinewood Junction fast travel point, and we're actually going to make our way from Pinewood Junction all the way over to Pershing Street. And then from Pershing Street, you can get to Goldsmith Street really easily, which is where this river dock is located, which is a convenient place to sell off a bunch of the stuff that you're not salvaging. I'm going to be salvaging the vast majority of the weapons that enemies drop. But anything that you don't want to salvage, Dock Rider here is a good place to sell it when you're done with the run. So, and I'll demonstrate that as we go. So you can use any weapons you want for this run. It doesn't matter. I'm using just what I need to level at the moment. So I currently have engineering, handguns, annihilation, and street brawler not maxed out. So that means I'm going to be using handguns, shotguns, baseball bats, fists, and grenades, basically, to level those skills. So I'm going to head to Pinewood Junction. And thank God this is the Xbox Series X, and we've got those super fast load times. Okay. This was last gen console, we'd be sitting there forever. Alrighty, so This is your first group of guys that you might have. There's none this time. I'll do another run after this. And there will probably be some on the next run. A lot of the places where there could be guys, I'll point all the possible places. There may not be guys every time at those places. Some places have guys every time. Some places, it's just a possible chance for them to spawn. But every time you do the run, there's a chance for them to spawn. So, this is the first place where there's always dudes. These three here, they are always here. They are never not there. You can always kill them. So, just gonna run over here, pick up all their sweet, sweet loot. Got everything? Okay, let's move on. Now, this is the next area where sometimes these guys are here, sometimes not. Now, the trick here is they're mixed in with civilians. So if you don't want to get gunned down by the cops, ye old NCPD, then you want to avoid killing any of the civilians. But other than that, you're free to pretty much do whatever you want. Now, there's usually 5. I'm only counting 4 here. So there may be one off to the side here somewhere that I'm not seeing, or maybe napping under the car or something. Anyway, not a big deal. He'll show himself if he's here once I start killing them. So I'm just going to peek out, and I'm going to snipe this guy first. Yep. So and now I'm gonna pop her. Oop. Okay. Not a problem. So, the only thing I don't like about this particular spot is if you get too close to that prompt, you'll start dancing instead of picking up your loot, which is annoying. But one thing you can do is you can just move on. This is the next spot. These guys will always be here. They will never not be here. I'm just going to toss a grenade and back up. Get out of the way. Let them get destroyed by the grenade. Now, sometimes there are guys here. Also, sometimes these guys will spawn. I guess these cars are left over from a previous spawning and just haven't despawned yet. But sometimes there'll be a few guys up here as well. Some Maelstrom gang members. Okay, so we'll head back now. And I think the thing... Well, no. Well... They've already respawned. I was not expecting them to respawn that quickly. Okay, well, we can kill them again. That's not a problem. This time I'm going to use the shotgun. And I might end up killing some civilians. That's okay. Not a big deal. The slow time cyberware is very effective, as you can see. Made that very easy to just walk up to each one of them and pop them in the face with a shotgun shell. Quite effective. Not a lot of challenge there. Okay, back to the route. Alrighty, next up, we will turn the corner up here on the right. Then there's 3 more guys. These are tiger claws. They are always going to be here every time you do the run. They will always be here. They will never not be here. Toss a grenade. Wait. Die. Now, 3 more guys that are always here. Right over here. So already so far, this is a lot of guaranteed enemies that you can kill. And the difficulty, now also something to note, I am on very hard difficulty. I'm on the hardest game difficulty. No aim assist. Nothing like that. This is all just me. So as long as you can shoot straight, you'll be all right. As long as you can shoot straight, you'll be all right, because once you know their locations like I do, once you have them memorized, you should be able to take them by surprise every time. And just having the initiative should be sufficient to allow you to come out on top. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm just going to run up to these guys, pop them in the face with a shotgun shell. Right here. And then this guy's next. And then this guy. And then this guy. Now, I can wait for a second and let myself heal. And he's going to come to me. How nice of you. And I just leveled up my cold blood skill. Okay. And just picking stuff up. Just picking stuff up. Looting all the corpses. I like the Carnage shotgun here because it has, as far as the shotguns go, it has a very tight spread. I like that. I like a tight spread on a shotgun. I don't like a wide spread. You know, if I wanted to spray and pray, I'd use a machine gun. That's my philosophy. The reason why I want a shotgun and a tight spread is so I can hit the same target with multiple shots at the same time, thus ensuring that they go down and they stay down. That's why I like a shotgun. Not so that I can hit multiple targets with, 1 or 2 pellets of shot. I want to hit one target with all the pellets. That's my philosophy anyway. But, Okay, here we go. They're dead. These guys will always be here, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Also, the dancers back there will always be there. I forgot to mention that. They are always here. Now, other guys that are always here. These tiger claws. They're always there. Now, sometimes there's guys over here. They are not always here. And the guys that are here, that can spawn here, they can spawn here in two different configurations. One configuration has most of the guys up here around this car and a sniper up here walking along this catwalk. The other configuration has the 3 or 4 guys over here by this alleyway and this stairwell, and instead the sniper is up here in this area. So just something to note. We'll do another run, and I'm sure on the next run we'll see some of those guys. And they will be in one of those two configurations. So moving on. We're actually almost done, by the way. It goes really fast, but there's a lot of dudes. So we started here, Pinewood Junction. We came basically up this way, cut across, back down, through the side, and then up and to the left. So Martin Street is where the dancers were, the most recent bunch of dancers were. Okay. This guy is sometimes here, sometimes not here. This guy is sometimes here, sometimes not here. He's a civilian. Sometimes he's talking to someone that is standing here, and he's a bad guy. But he's not here at this time. But I'm sure on the next run he'll probably be there. Now, interestingly, that guy strongly correlates with the presence of some other guys. There's been one time where I saw the first guy on the other side of the wall, but I didn't see these guys. But in every other case, they're always together. So if you see the guy on the other side of that wall, then there's usually a hacker in this garage, and he is guarded by 2 muscle dudes. So there's usually a guy with a light machine gun, a defender, and there's usually a guy with a shotgun, a Carnage or a tactician, usually. And he's usually sitting here. So the guy with the light machine gun's usually sitting up here on the couch. There will also be a car here, a Maelstrom car, if these guys spawn. The guy with the shotgun will be sitting here, and the hacker will be over here. The hacker is nice because there's 2 good things he can drop. One thing he can drop are quick hacks. So if you're playing a Netrunner, you definitely want to farm this guy because he can drop quick hacks. The next thing that is nice that he drops are optical cyberware mods. So he really frequently drops the threat detector and the target analysis cyberware optical mods. So if you're looking for those, you can farm them from this guy very, very early on, basically at the beginning of the game, before you've really unlocked any content at all. Okay, so moving on. So I left from there basically across the street. Okay, now, there's guys on your right and there's guys on your left. I'm going to do the right first. I'm going to run past them. They're right here. These guys are always here, these Maelstrom dudes. I'm going to throw a grenade. Get behind this wall. They're all dead. Now, fortunately, we're far enough away that those guys up there, they don't hear this grenade blast, which is weird. But I guess because they're dancing to music up there. I guess that's why. I don't know. But I would think I would notice a grenade blast going off this far away. Okay. So, they are not going to be bothered with us quite yet, so we can just continue past them. Now, sometimes there's 3 more Maelstrom guys here. What's interesting about these 3 guys, only 2 of these guys will actually fight back. There's a 3rd guy on the ground here by this trash pile, and he will actually not react at all. You can kill the other 2 guys. He will continue to sit on the ground and not do anything, and you can just kind of pop him in the head or kill him with a melee weapon, whatever you want to do. Dealer's choice, quick hacks, however you want to do it. He's apparently going through some kind of like cyber psychosis stage, like catatonia types episode. He's clearly had too much cyber modification and too much VR. He's basically turned himself into a vegetable. Just a little interesting tidbit about this run. Okay, so I like to kill these guys from this ledge up here, just because it makes it really easy. And there's very little they can do to harm you. Always take the high ground. Always take the high ground. There we go. Okay, he's marked. They're all marked. Okay, there's 5 here.
Crazy bitch! Help you from room! God damn it!
Okay.
Cut out your heart.
Alrighty, almost done here. Easy peasy, good job. Didn't expect to take any fall damage there, but that's okay. I am playing sort of a tanky build, so not a big deal. More loot over here. So you can also see down in the bottom right hand corner, I still have a ton of pistol ammo left, and a ton of shotgun ammo left. But I'm going to switch weapons here to my trusty baseball bat. Now, there are sometimes guys here. Apparently not this time, but there's usually 4 of them. 2 are sometimes here, although 1 can sometimes be up here on this catwalk. There's usually a guy over here, and then usually a guy over here guarding this entrance. Just FYI. These 3 guys are always here. Every single time, no matter what. Yep. They are always there. Ready for the taking. Okay, we're almost done. Almost done with this run. Sometimes there's guys right here. Usually there might be a guy right here, or right in here there might be a few guys. Or in here maybe sometimes. Then there's always these three guys over here. Lot of maelstromers in here. And you can see I just got the notification that I'm carrying too much and I can no longer run. So I'm going to come into my inventory, go to the gun tab. All the ones that are legendary are the ones I'm using, so I want to keep those. All the other ones are just kind of like trash, so I'm just going to disassemble them. You can see I've already got over 367,000 eddies. And I've already bought most of the stuff that I'm probably going to want to spend that on, except for like cars. So I don't really need to sell these guns for profit. Much rather boost my components stockpile. Because I can always make more money crafting better stuff and selling it than I can just selling this stuff. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing to the melee weapons. I want to keep all these three for right now. Eventually I'll get an iconic knife. But this is the best knife that I've just kind of found so far, so I'll hold on to it for now. Just for throwing purposes. Just kind of get rid of all this junk. Okay, now I'm down to 73 out of 260. That should be fine to finish up, definitely. Okay, so there's one more group of guaranteed bad guys. Right here, these three. Also maelstromers. Alrighty. So, now, this is the Pershing Street fast travel point. So we started here at Pinewood Junction, made our way past Martin Street and Northside Apartments, and all the way over to Pershing Street. So now Doc Ryder is at Goldsmith Street fast travel point, right down this way. See, that's why I was saying it makes a good point to sell off all the stuff that you didn't want to disassemble. Okay, so now I could, if I hadn't disassembled all those guns, I could sell them. Let's see, I definitely want to sell this stuff. I want to keep the cat food for the cat later. Okay. That pretty much gets rid of all my junk. Okay, so that's the run. Not too long, but it does have a good, nice, substantial, I would say supply of bags of XP. If you that's how I like to look at all those bad guys. They're just bags of XP that you get to pick up. So we'll go back to Pinewood Junction. And we'll do one more run. I started this stream about 12:15 my time. It's about 12:48. So it took us about 30 minutes to go through the run, kind of with me pointing everything out. So now we'll just kind of go through it again, and the only thing I'll note is if things are different than they were last time. So we did not get any guys that spawned here, unfortunately. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but there can be guys that spawn right here as well. Okay. Okay. It's one group down. Oop. I had a momentary brain fart and forgot which button was used to loot stuff. Happens. Happens to the best of us. Okay, whoops, hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alrighty. Moving on. They are not here this time. Taking a sip of soda to wet the old whistle. Oh, and I almost forgot to loot these guys. Okay. Cars have despawned this time, so they're definitely not there.
And here I thought this day would be a done.
By the way, I highly recommend the best grenades are the blue frag grenades. The blue rare frag grenades, they have a homing quality. So they will actually home in on like a smart weapon and find the nearest target and detonate on that target. So you only have to really be in the kind of ballpark of what you want to hit, and it will do the rest. It's kind of cheating, but you know, hey, we do what we have to do. We use the gifts that the Lord gives us. That's what we do. Okay. So now we got some guys here. I am going to kill one. Activate my slow time. Kill another one. Now, the cops are coming because one of my shotgun shells hit a bystander. So I'm going to jump up here on this roof. And I'm going to hide up on this roof, and that will throw off the police. So I'm just waiting on that blue star by the mini-map to disappear. Should be any minute now. This also applies to the other group of dancers later on. Yep, there we go. If you do the same thing, if you accidentally kill one of the civilians, just hop up on the top of the nearby building. Should be okay. Okay. Now this corpse is underneath the truck. So I'm gonna have to move the truck. There we go. By the way, just wanted to check something in the settings real quick. Wonder how close I am to my next level. Ooh, I'm very close to my next level. 87%. Probably not this run, but the next run maybe. Okay, so still no joy over here. Either we'd see guys up here at the front and a sniper up here, or we'd see guys back there at the back. Neither is the case, so we'll just move on. Keep going. Okay, didn't see this guy. So incredibly unlikely we'll see the next guys, but we'll just check for the car. Yeah, we don't see the car, so we're not gonna bother to look over there.
Get back!
Yeah, another nice thing about those grenades I was mentioning, you can actually craft them. And if you've got the cost optimization perk, they only cost 2 uncommon and 3 rare item components. It's pretty cheap. And then if you've got the Ex Nihilo perk, then oftentimes you will get one for free. Okay. Okay. Okay, that looks like all the loot. Okay, do we have any winners over here today? Nope. Do not. So the last major update for Cyberpunk was patch 1.5, and you know, they rebalanced the game a lot, and a lot of people say they really upped the difficulty. I don't really think that's the case at all. I'm kind of a casual gamer. I don't really consider myself like a good like first-person shooter player. I don't have top-tier aim. You know, I don't like mimic an aimbot. But I would say the challenge, even at the highest difficulty level, is really still not there. I would say personally, because I mean, you know, you could argue I grinded super high, so I'm now experiencing the benefits of that. But I didn't start out grinded super high, and I got here, you know, doing this exact same farming route that I'm showing you guys. So,
Now it all makes sense.
again, I just, maybe it's just me, but they could still use a little work on the challenge department, I think. So if you want maximum challenge out of the game, you should probably not be doing this farming route, because it will get you lots and lots of XP and weapons and money. Now, there are better farming routes later on once you finish the heist, but I think this is by far none the best route before you can finish the heist. Before you unlock Johnny, before you do all the stuff to begin the game proper. Perfect timing. I just hit my little weight limit. Okay, time to disassemble all the ones I don't want. In case you're wondering, I can't disassemble the drinks here, the consumables. Otherwise, I would disassemble them too, quite frankly. Only thing I don't typically disassemble are the cyberware mods and the junk that's expensive. So that would be the silver wrap earrings and the yin yang medallion. They're each worth 150 eddies. That's the only reason I don't disassemble them. Although they're probably still worth more to me disassembled, quite frankly. For their sweet, sweet components. Okay, so that was 2 runs. I don't know if we'll fit in a third. Because I want to show off something else before we sign off. Okie dokie. So the next thing I want to show you guys, you may know, you may not know. My favorite way of making money in the early game. So we're going to go back to Pinewood Junction, but this time we're not starting a run. This time we're going to go visit the cyber doc that lives over here. If I pull up ye old handy dandy map, turn off vendors, and turn on Ripper Docks, I see that right here at Pinewood Junction, there's a Ripper Dock nearby. I'm going to go there. This is Buck's clinic. Buck sometimes sells a very useful cyberware mod. He does not have the crafting spec in his inventory at this time. So I'm going to go and skip time. 24 hours. And I'm specifically looking for a rare or blue cyberware mod. Cyberware optical mod. Doesn't have it here. Okay. We'll try again.
So, we were saying...
Doesn't have it there either.
So, we were saying...
Well, he is not being very cooperative this stream. But, and I won't keep wasting time trying to get it to show up. So hopefully it'll be there. No, okay. Oh well. Anyway, eventually you can get him to sell you this target analysis cyberware mod crafting spec. It takes by default 5 of each common, uncommon, and rare item components. With the cost optimization perk, it's 3, 3, and 3. So it's very cheap. Now, if you craft one and sell it, it sells for 781 eddies. So that's 3 common, 3 uncommon, 3 rare item components that you just sold for 781 eddies. Now, you might be saying, well, that would be great if I had an infinite supply of those components. Yes, it would. And the best way to get that infinite supply... Oop, wrong way. I went the wrong way. Is at the next place I'm going to show you. Now, I'm going to come down here to the Creek Loop fast travel point. Now, a lot of people will direct you to the Allen Street fast travel point because there's a junk vendor over here. But I prefer to go to the Creek Loop point, and I will show you why. My preferred vendor is not the junk vendor because you can't rest or fast forward time right beside the junk vendor. The junk vendor you have to walk away from in order to be able to skip time. However, there is a pharmaceutical vendor or medical supply vendor up here. Right here. And this is Wang's Clinic.
Yes.
Now, Wang's Clinic. He sells common components, uncommon components, and rare components. Now, the common components, his entire stack here will run you, it looks like 628 eddies, and that's 642 eddies for the uncommon, and 1,849 eddies for the rare. So that's, I'm going to ballpark it, estimate, and say a little over 3,000 eddies total for all of these components. So we'll go ahead and buy all those. You're getting about 150 each, except for the uncommon, apparently. That's about 100. But remember, it only takes 3 of each of those to make one of those 781 eddy target analysis cyberware optic mods. So you can make a bunch of these. Now the only downside is you can't do it in bulk. Wish you could do it in bulk. You can do grenades in bulk. If I switch to the grenades, it'll allow you to actually pick a quantity. And so I can say, all right, I want 54 grenades. And I'll actually get some of these for free, so it won't actually use 54 grenades worth of resources. So if I hit it again, it gave me 20 of those for free. Good deal. All right. So, back to the cyberware mods. So, again, you can make this fairly cheaply, and it'll sell for quite a bit. The only problem is you got to sit here and keep hitting the button. That is the only downside. So once you've sold him your target analysis mods and drained his eddies, notice I'm standing right in front of him. and I can skip time. And he always seems to have a little over 10k eddies to start with. And then once you've bought the components, that's, another 3k. So he'll have about 13k or more eddies every time that you can do this infinitely. So that's how I got all of my cash to buy all of my super fancy cyberware. So on that note, guys, I am going to end the stream and sign off. I hope you enjoyed the content. And I hope you have a good night and enjoy your weekend. Stop on by next time I'm going live. I may go live tomorrow, sometime. I don't know. I'll try to work up a schedule so it's not so random. But anyway, peace out, guys. Have a good time. Keep on gaming.